I'm going to tell you about the 3 foods that saved me from DNFing the Vermont 100. And the number one food you won't even believe. In fact, it may be illegal in some races. One of the biggest problems in ultramarathon races is keeping food down. That was my problem. So here are the 3 foods that I found at aid stations that settled my stomach. So the number 3 food are these Scratch Lab energy chews. The chews were the only real thing that I could hold down when the nausea hit me. They work because they have easily digestible carbs, so it's easier on the stomach. They have a steady energy release because of the combination between glucose and sucrose, and lighter on the gut compared to the heavier gels and solids. So I'm definitely packing these from now on, and I bought a bunch. So the number 2 food that helped me with my nausea was at mile 84 aid station. I had 60 more miles to go, and I was just really nauseous, really down, and I was desperate. And I asked, like, what helps with nausea? There was a ton of these gingins. These are hard ginger candies. I don't like the flavor when I swish it around in my mouth, but it definitely helped me with the nausea to settle my stomach. The reason it works, it has anti-nausea compounds. It's got gingerols, shogalls that I've never heard of. Well, gingerols, I guess it's some sort of a compound of ginger. Anyways, it helps with gastric emptying. It's anti-inflammatory. It has a mild sugar boost, and I guess the flavor and the oral stimulation gives you that mental boost. So from now on, I take these with me as well. So surprisingly, the number 1 food helped me at mile 51. I was tired climbing up this mountain, and then there were these signs to this aid station. It said it had this, it had that, and then one sign said beer. And I'm like, beer? I thought it was a joke. I never actually ran a race that in the middle of the race in the aid station, they had cold beers. I'm not a beer drinker much, but during grueling races like ultra marathons that are 50 to 100 miles, I always feel this craving towards having a cold beer. And I never chug beer. But after such a race, I always love a nice cold one. So at mile 50, they had beer and I was craving it. I wasn't too sure about it, but I was like, screw it. I'm tired. I'm nauseous. I cracked open the beer and I drank it. Man, what a boost it gave me. It gave me a second win. I was able to run, my stomach settled. I was able to pick up the pace. It was great. I wish every aid station had that, but I think I would have ended up being drunk at the end, or I've been wasted. And when the night hit, it would have been a terrible idea for me to be wasted because I was seeing all kinds of hallucinations. But that's a whole other story. And don't get me started on that. You're not going to be running with beer in your hydration pack. And a lot of ultra marathons may not allow beer. State parks usually don't allow alcohol on the premises, so you probably won't be able to have beer there. However, using a non-alcoholic beverage such as this, Athletic Brewing, and I think that minus the alcohol, it probably works exactly like beer does. I think the reason it works is that it has carbonation, which relieves bloating. It's got the bitterness, which is a digestive stimulant, and then the simple carbs for the quick energy. And also it gives you that relaxation and the psychological boost from having a cold one. And when I did my research, I think the barley in the beer is easier on your gut. So I have all the links in the description for everything that I showed you. The non-alcoholic beer, not the alcoholic beer, but for the non-alcoholic beer. I have all those links in the description. Please use the links. I just joined the Amazon affiliate program. If you're gonna buy this anyways, just use those links. No cost to you. And I get a couple of cents, but it's enough to support this channel. And don't forget to subscribe. See you on the trails. Bye.